Zoom, 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 zoom. World. Habai, folks. Wabel kabum, tubo zubum, world. Maba nabem ubas dubba yubble. That means my name is Noel, welcoming you to Zoom World, a fun-filled YouTube channel devoted to the classic PBS Kids show Zoom. Back again with another Zoomer Spotlight. This time around, I'm going to be going to season 2, where I've only gotten 2 Zoomer Spotlight, and this is the last gal I'm going to be given to you. I've already given you Mora, I've given you Bernadette, I've given you Lori and Edith, all but one. And this was the other girl who joined season 2 from the start with Mora. And, well, let me tell you, she's a really great gal and she is so energetic. Although she did have some issues with by having a few accidents and what have you. But I don't really want to jump into all this jazz and what have you. So now, without further ado, the Zoomer I'm going to be spotlighting this week is the one, the only, Ann Messer. Yes, that's right. I am going to be giving to you this gal who was with Zoom's second season from the start. Now, when I first saw Anne, I have to say she was just so wonderful and energetic. But I've got to tell you, she's just got such a great talent. And you're going to be seeing some stuff wherein other Zoomers might be featured in these clips, but it's going to be mostly Anne. Now, and even though Matthew Austin's vids of Lost Season 2 episodes were recently taken down, but I will not get on why, so don't bother asking. I'm keeping that, well, to myself and to him as well, and, well, that's his. Well, now you get the point, okay? So please, I don't want to get into trouble or anything. So anyway, but however, I have remembered a little bit of what I've seen in Matthew's video, so I might tell you maybe just a wonderful moment or two and I saw in some of his vids, okay? Good, that about covers it. So if you're ready, let's start this show. Here we go. Okay, here's a shot of Anne reading a letter sent to the gang for in the first episode. Each one read a different line. First her, then David, then Mara, and Jay. Here's Anne right there. She's introduced in the first Zoom game of season 2, and here she is with the game doing the Minister's Cat. Now, since I've been watching the revival of Zoom, they actually play a game that was sort of similar to this called the Zoomer's Cat. It was pretty funny. Here's Anne along with the others performing the Fanny Dooley song. Really a fun little number. Here's a funny little bit. It's one of the sketches that acted like the quickies from Rowan Martin's Laughing. Anne's involved shooting a gun. And like this was really funny. Here's a freeze frame of Anne along with Tracy. You may remember from the first season. She was part of the first cast of season 2. And they're doing the Fanny Dooley Puppet Show as a play of the week in episode number 2. Now, here's Anne talking to the Zoomers in a Zoom rap statement about keeping secrets, or even telling secrets. Here's a freeze frame of Anne along with Tracy, Maura, and Nancy performing the first bit of the Three Wishes song. Which, of course, that song, along with the Fanny Dooley song, would also be included on the Come On Zoom album released a couple years later. Here's Anne trying to do a little bit of limbo bit, but she blows it on her second go for. And here's a shot. Here's Anne doing some dance moves. As the other girls are performing. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. It's part of music video for I've Been Working on the Railroad. Yeah. Now here's Anne, well, bringing up another Zoom game at the start of episode number 3. And this is my, well, whatever. Okay, and there's Anne joining King and David plus Maura in the Men from Mars music video. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Now, I will point out in case you didn't see, Anne has had her arm in a cast because, well, she accidentally broke her arm when they were filming the Say You Wake Up in the Middle of the Night song. Okay, I made a mistake. She kind of, well, wasn't in a cast completely. It was just, well, I think you understand when you broke your arm and why. Yeah, she broke. Yeah, she broke it when they were rehearsing that. As a matter of fact, because she was second miss when once Nancy did say you wake up in the middle of the night, you got an idea that's outside the Anne jumps out of bed, but well, she mentioned she accidentally broke her arm during that. So when she said, so you jump out of bed, look around your room, you go right all down into Zoom. Enough said. Okay, let's move on, shall we? Here's a shot of Anne along with Nancy and Jay reading some Zoom mail. Okay, here's Anne taking part of a little game here with trying to jump in between these bamboo sticks. That's a pretty fun game. Here's Anne along with Maura and Tracy. This is from the Witch's Brew music video, which you may recall I gave to y'all last Halloween. Great song. That song will also be featured on the Come On Zoom album. Now here's Anne trying to do what some couldn't do. Try to keep your balance and not fall by and knock over this here little cup in a Zoom barrel challenge. Here's a shot of Anne from the bridge play. There's King, there's Nancy, there's David and Tracy. Anne's a clown who can't make anybody laugh. Okay, here's Anne doing them lovey-dovey ice cream cone. I love this one. This was absolutely very funny. Here's a shot of Anne from the lovey-dovey music video, which thanks for helping this become one of the most viewed vids on YouTube. Well, here on Zoom World. I'll give you the second version of this later on. If this does continue well, you may get it. I think all of them look really cool, and Anne looks cute with her hair on. Here's Anne in the last bit of the fruit stand robot play. That is absolutely funny and what have you. I love it. Now that part, the ending to that was pretty good. Sorry if I gave that away. I know that clips up on 70 Zoom fan or one and what have you. So anyway, but I might give it to y'all. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. I actually recently saw a play that was factually sort of similar to it, but much more differently in the Zoom reboot called Oranges. Oh well. Anyway, only in it just a wee bit differently. You know what I'm saying? Okay, enough said. Let's continue. Here's a shot of Anne sung the gang performing The King with the Terrible Temper. Not a great bit. I love it. Anne did her little whistling thing for the tall thin daughter. Here's another shot of Anne reading Zoom mail along with the other Zoomer gals in episode 208. Here's Anne and King performing the song of Jump Back Baby in the game Zoomers Play music video. That's a fun vid. I definitely gotta show this to y'all one day. Here's Anne Tracy creating like a Chinese jump rope or something like that out of rubber bands. Here's Ann doing her bit in the barnyard song. It's a hen. Really funny. I love what she does. Yes. Now, see what I mean? Yeah, that was pretty gosh darn good and what have you. Okay, let's keep going. Here's Ann finishing up uh with a bunch of Fanny Doolies in them. This is when they stopped doing Fanny Dooley for and never did again the original series. She would be brought back for the reboot series where she got used more times than you could even imagine. P.S. If you've seen the episode, don't worry, Anne doesn't give all of them because that would take way too long. Next clip. Here's a freeze frame of Anne and Tracy getting ready to do the song Nonsense, which of course features The Ears Hang Low. You gotta love the reaction on Anne's face. This was the last bit of There's a Car, which again is one of the funniest bits from, well, episode 13 of Zoom before Tracy, Kenny, and Nancy ever left. Well, you can see Anne right there, plus Maura, Jay, and David after they said farewell to the previous three Zoomers named Brian, Leon, Luis, and Bernadette, whom Leon's the only Zoomer I have yet to spotlight from season 2, but he'll be spotlighted next time, I promise. It's from How You Do, the first version. Here's Anne in a real funny sketch with Bernadette from the first episode the previous one, the three new ones did. Episode number 14. This is absolutely a funny skit. Here's a shot of Ann and David reading some Zoom mail. Here's Ann along with Jay doing a little Zoom do bit with a special guest. Kind of looks like they're doing origami or something like that. Here's Ann right here doing a little funny bit of a tongue twister from that was used in the song Piccolomini, which would also be included on the Come On Zoom album. Now, all the Zoomers from this cast were featured except for Ann. Oh well, but they still did a pretty good job on the little number. Here's a freeze frame of Ann doing a Zoom duel, and it's a navel orange in a bikini. Oh boy. Here's Ann jamming out with the Arizonas in the What's My Thing music video. Here's Ann along with Luis here. She actually got the, do you know what this is? You know how to spell it, bit? Oh boy, she really tricks him with spelling Mississippi. Right? You know what I'm saying? That's really funny. Yeah. Here's Ann in the Princess play. I'll give you just a first bit of it. Leon's trying to save her, then David, and then it gets all messed up when Jay tries it. Here's Anne in a Zoom Do segment where she fixes a paper heart basket, which I think that was really, really cool. And as you can see, her arm, well, her arm right there is bandaged and what have you. Had a bit of another accident. Here's Ann in Ubby Dubby segment where she's showing off Ubby Dubby Pepper. And there's Ann getting along with David, plus Bernadette, and the Flatfoot Fuji oldies musical number of a vid. Well, I sure hope you've been enjoying this so far. Now, even though Matthew Austin's vids got removed, but I can still give you some of the stuff you saw in those courtesy a best of episodes. I can't give too many of them. I might just give you a couple more, okay? Give me a bit and I shall return once I get them. Well, find the right statement is. Thought I'd give you just a look at Anne with part of her braces on before we see a little film of her going to the dentist to get her braces. Okay, now here's Ann Bernadette doing Kick Open Side to Side, which of course would actually be a musical number in season 4 with a few fun songs. I really love this. Okay, well, that's about it. That's about all I can give to you. But now, before I end this, I'll give you one moment that I can remember from Matthew's videos. One was where Anne was doing a little bit of a little news report thing, well, on traffic or something. Yeah, I think that's wonderful moment. Another thing I liked was when Anne took part in the musical numbers that's all on top of spaghetti and the skip to my Lou. Yep, definitely. Those are some more wonderful moments I had from Matthew's video. So again, I was really sorry to have found out that to see that Matthew's videos are no longer available on there, but I understand him. Why have you? He's got his he's got his reasons, but I really don't want to try and give it away to you because I don't really want. Well, yeah, I don't really want to get into this discussion. Okay, but now you've seen Ann Master in action. I do hope you like this video. If you like it, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of Zoom World. And we'll have another video coming up soon. Stay tuned and find out what it is. In the meantime, you can check out the Zoomer spotlights on these other Season 2 Zoomer gals. In the upper left-hand corner is my Zoomer spotlight vid on Mara. The upper right-hand corner is the vid on Bernadette. Or go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my vid on a gal that took Anne's place, and that was Edith, which her video has now reached 100 views. Thank you. In the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe to Zoom World. If you like the classic PBS Kids show that is Zoom, then this is the place for you, Zoom World. So until next time, this is your friend Yoel saying, see ya.